Hello guys. Turn this down a bit. Okay, so we're doing a get ready with me. Because it's in my shop, my stash, and I literally can't do another shop my stash until I've used this beautiful palette here. It's the Amore in Amalfi. I've had it ages, I just haven't used it, so we're going to use it today. I've used a few shades out of it. So I've used this Sorrento shade. I've used this shade here that I can't pronounce. I think I used all this raw yesterday. I don't think I've used this row here, the top row, but I can do that in it like tomorrow, for instance. We don't need to be using that today. Today, I want to use this bottom row. So we'll talk about that when I get there, when I've actually got my makeup on. How are you guys who watch this afterwards? Because there's literally no one in here at the moment. I hope you're doing well. So again, let's go in with the Garnier Vitamin C Daily UV Invisible SPF 50, which we need in this weather. I don't actually know what the weather is today. See, it's been up and down. It's been in the 20s and then it's been raining. I feel like I'm coming to the end of this SPF though. Can't get it out. Oh, that's better. I had to shake it up. Jamie, hello. How you doing, hon? Thanks for liking this video. I feel like likes when I've done lives, I don't get that many of. I just didn't know what time to come on today as well. I've got a little spot here. I thought, should I come in later? Should I have something to eat first and then come in later? But I just decided to leave it till now. I mean, I don't like coming on too late because then, like, I don't know, I prefer coming on a little bit earlier, if anything. And I wanted to come on at 5, but then I thought to myself, no, I'll leave it just another half hour. Okay, how are you? I'm not doing too badly. I had a bit of a dilemma today. So I'm just going to go in with the Vitamin Rich Eye Base. So this company contacted me about a job, about a warehouse packing job. And I was so excited, just because, like, no one's been contacting me for a good, I'd say about 1.5 years. So I got so excited, but that's before I kind of measured the pros and cons up. So of course who would I contact to actually, you know, not talk me out of it, but like, I contacted my mum basically, and I just told her about it. I said, it's very, very good money. She said, yeah, but you'd be on your feet all day. And I'm like, I'm not using the Project Pan foundation just because I've run out of it now. So I don't know. I had the Jaclyn Hill one though, and I really like this. So it's either a case of the Uma Beauty, which I like as well, or Jaclyn Hill. I think I'm going to use Jaclyn Hill. So anyway, they contacted me and just said, there's a position in your area, 7:30 till 3:30 p.m. Are you interested? If you can, and the starts are available immediately. Now, when a warehouse says that a start is available immediately, that means it's a temporary position. So temporary positions I'm like umming and ahhing about, just because I don't live with anyone, and obviously if I lose that job then I would need to go on benefits again, and that can take ages, and sometimes they don't even tell you when the temporary contract runs out. They just basically get rid of you. That happened in my other job, and I nearly lost my home because of it. My mum had to help me out with paying the rent for the first month or so, and I don't want that to happen again. So I was umming and ahhing about it anyway. So I called my mum and she said, but do you feel like you'd be able to work in that environment? You in a lot of pain just walking around the city centre. So do you feel like you can be on your feet for like 7.5 hours, 8 hours? And she had a point. I don't even know what is wrong with my leg yet. I'm just going to go in with the PS Perfect and Prep Pore Smoothner. So I've not had the results to what's wrong with my leg yet. So it would be silly to be taking a warehouse job. I need the money, and that's what was the driving force behind it. I was like, oh, this would be so good, it's come along at the right time. But it is a temporary position. And he said, what they all say, yeah, but it could lead to permanent. Yeah, what happens if they don't like the way I work, or I work too slow? Because I am 46, and I bet there's a lot of younger people in there, and there'll be men in there which are faster anyway, traditionally. So I just decided to not take it. I want to see what comes back from the x-ray results, and I feel like that was a sensible option. My nerves are a little shot. My ex from 20 years ago, my oldest son's father, is telling me he never stopped loving me and wants to be together. And you used to being by myself from 20 years ago. Wow. Have you had anything to do with him in that 20 years? Because that's a long time, isn't it? All of a sudden, I don't know the circumstances around it. All of a sudden, for someone to come and say, I still love you. I mean, if he loved you, since 20 years ago, why is he coming out and saying this now? That's just my opinion anyway. I'm going in with this Becca backlighting primer. There's not too much left now, so yeah, I do a pore minimising one, and then I do a brightening one just on the cheeks, so I really like to have that glow there. And then there was this other job, which sounded really, really good. They wanted me to go and interview tomorrow. Sounded good, but then when I looked on the company and I researched the company, it literally has the worst. It has the worst kind of reviews on how they treat the employees, and they've got the highest, a really high staff turnover. And it's kind of like, well, I do want to go to work, but I also want to be working for a company before I start another job for at least a good 2 years. So it's kind of like, it needs to be a good job. The one that I actually go to next needs to be a good job for me to come off universal credit, which is our benefits system in the UK. And yeah, so that was a bit of a dilemma as well. And the place that they want me to interview is above a pub, and it's like a call centre above a pub. That doesn't seem right to me, so I'm not going to that interview either. So I'm just going in with this Jacqueline Hill Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint in Fairlight. I feel like now that my CV is looking the best it's ever looked, I feel like I'll start getting the interviews rolled in. And like I said, I want to see if I'm actually, okay to actually work. because I don't know what's going on with my knee. I don't know if it's inflammation, whether it's infected, or whether I just need physio on it. I can't go in there starting a job, can I? Can't go in there starting a job and leaving a week or two later. It wouldn't be fair for the company, and it certainly wouldn't be fair for me, because, I mean, I don't know if I would even qualify again for universal credit. So I just need to be really careful. Hi, Francis. How are you? I'm just used to doing what I want when I want, and I don't know if I am ready to fully commit to anything. But you've not been with him for 20 years. That's a long time, isn't it? If you do like him still, I mean, there's no harm in just going on dates, is there? I've got to admit, I don't know if I could go back with my ex-husband. Too much water under the bridge. I would rather go out there and meet someone through a dating site, or go out with a friend, and if I meet someone in a pub, I'd rather do it that way. I'm picky though. I won't just be with anyone. Like my sister's always saying to me, you're so picky. I don't think there's anything wrong with being picky. Especially if you want a life partner. And I just feel like, if it's an ex, like, I'm talking about me personally, I'm not talking about you, Jamie. If it's an ex, then there's a reason why you broke up in the first place, and like getting back together, I don't know if that's the best solution long term. So that's how I feel about like my exes. Nothing wrong with being picky, I know. You have to be. But you don't have to be, but I am. Right, I'm going to go in with the Becca. I always forget the name of it. Under Eye Brightening Corrector in light to medium. Nobody's already talking about living together like he's really moving fast. I don't know, it would be nice to have help, but at the same time. But how do you feel though, Jamie? It's not about him. How do you feel about it all? Are you still in love with him? Because if you're not, then you just say, I'm not interested. I mean, you can have help, but it doesn't have to be from your ex-partner, ex-husband, does it not? You could, you know, meet someone online, or I don't know, if you go to church and meet someone from church. I'm just throwing things out there at the moment. This is so good, but I don't think they do it anymore. Obviously, Becca is obsolete, but I think Smashbox might do it, and it's called Becca X Smashbox now. I wouldn't pay that money again. If you're wanting an under-eye corrector, I would go to Revolution. Revolution do one, which is actually in similar packaging. I don't mean this in a bad way, but he's Spanish, and Spanish guys are very territorial. Yeah, I understand what you mean. It's like I'm half German as well. Like, I was brought up in England. I was brought up where I'm living now. But I feel like European people are very kind of like, this is what I want, this is what I shall have. But he can't force you to do something that you don't want to do. Like, he may love you, and he may, you know, he may never have stopped loving you. But I just wonder why it's taken him so long. 20 years is a hell of a long time. Has he had other relationships in those 20 years? Sorry, I'm just putting the Fenty Beauty powder on. I'm getting distracted by the conversation. I'm finding it very interesting, Jamie. That's all it is. If I get too nosy, just say, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, they're ex for a reason. I do genuinely believe that. Like, I've never gone back to any of my exes, but I know people that have. So what I would say, Jamie, is if you feel that way as well, is there any... I mean, I wouldn't let him move in, not after 20 years. I would say, yeah, we can see how it goes. He tried 2 years ago, but I did what I am doing now, pushing away. Right, so why are you pushing away? That's what you've got to ask yourself. And you don't have to answer it here in the comments, but you just got to, like, say, well, why am I pushing him away? Because there will be a reason. You'll have your reason. And it also depends. It also depends why you split up in the first place. You've got to take that into consideration. Yeah, definitely. I agree, Francis. Go with your gut feeling. No one can tell you how you feel. You know how you feel. Hi. Girliva. I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I probably butchered that. 3 people watching, huh? It's better than nothing. No, he wants me to move in with him, and I don't know if I want that so soon. Financially and physically, I could use the help, but mentally, I am worried. Yeah, I mean, I would be too, especially if it doesn't work out. I don't really see the issue in why you can't just date. You know, I don't see why you just can't date for a few months, 6 months. I'll tell you a story, actually. So we're putting this Revolution Mega Bronzer in 01 Cool. So when I met my ex, he was from Manchester. Let me get my brush. So he was from Manchester, and he kept commuting to where I live in Lancashire. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say exactly whereabouts I live. And it was a bit of a distance. It was like 35 miles. So he would do that straight from work, and he did it constantly, and then we'd have our weekends together, which was nice. But he was like, he'd come and see me like once, twice a week, and then at the weekend. This is when we first got together. So he was getting really, really tired from it all. And 6 months had gone by, and he asked me to move in with him. So I did. I mean, it was fast. But I just thought, like, his mum told me he was getting really, really stressed out, and the fact that he might not be able to continue doing what he was doing. And I said, right, okay. So I didn't want us to break up. I loved him at that point. So I decided to move in with him. It worked, like for 10 years it worked. I married the guy, for goodness sake. So, yeah, I moved in with him, which we was quite happy for like 10, well, for the most part, 10 years. But I did find it difficult being away from my family, even though we were only like 35 miles away. I did really find it difficult. I'm just gonna blend this out, sorry. What I'm trying to say in all this is, like, sometimes things work out and sometimes don't. You're not gonna know until you try it, but if you feel in your heart of hearts that it's just not going to work, then I wouldn't even try. But that's me personally. Like, you're saying, you know, it would help you, like, financially. What was it you said? Let's go back. You don't know if you want to move in with him so soon. Financially and physically you could use the help, but mentally you're worried. So you've got some worries there. I guess, you know, it's hard, like, it's horrible doing it this way, but a pros and cons list is good to do, and see how many pros to how many cons that you have, and there you've got your answer, really. I'm just putting some more of that Fenty powder down here. That under eye concealer looks nice. I like it. It's very brightening, Francis. So, oh, this powder smells absolutely lovely. Lever, should I sub? That is really up to you. It depends what you like from a content creator. It depends whether you like beauty videos, because I do makeup and beauty videos. I'm not gonna like influence you either way. If you want to, that's great. If you don't want to, that's also great. Yes, good luck if you, whatever you decide to do, Jamie, like Francis says. Sorry if I took away from what you wanted to talk about. You didn't. It started again, Mother's Day. Him and my son wanted to surprise me with this Spanish dish I like, but it wasn't ready on time, so he called me, and one thing led to another about being together. But he can't force it on you. You know, it's one thing asking you if you want to move back, like move in with him, but he can't force the situation on you. And I don't feel like he's being fair to you either, you know, in putting that pressure on you. Let's go in with the Patrick Tar duo that I've got. This is really, really nice. And because I'm like using a warm toned eyeshadow palette, I think this is the only, no, actually, I pulled a Colourpop one, but I used that yesterday. So this one is Do We Know Her? And you know, Jamie, you can talk about anything here. And if you want to talk about some things that are more personal, you've got my Instagram now. You can DM me anytime. I'm a good listener. Right, so with these Patrick Tar duos, so mine looks like this. With these, what you have to do, or what he recommends you do, is you go in with the powder first. So I'll do that with this Japanese brush. And then you put the cream over the top to make it look dewy. I feel like it's a stupid method, because the cream is just gonna, it's not gonna stay on, is it? Like normally, like when you're doing a cream and a powder, you put the cream on first and then the powder over the top. Let's get a different brush for the cream. Try this brush. I know, but he's like, let's spend the day together and bring clothes to stay over and all of us living together. It is just moving more quickly than I am ready for. Have you told him that? I want a pink one in, because I'm really, oh, that looks so, it needs blending out. Yeah, so I want a pink one in this Patrick Tar blusher. They do have palettes, like with, I think, 3 blushers. Or it might be 2 blush. No, it's definitely 3 blushers. And I think there may be a highlight. Right, let's get my sponge. You have a bad habit of telling men what they want to hear. Then I worry for you, and this is just as a friend, I worry for you that you're going to end up doing what he wants you to do, and you might not want to do it. That's just my concern for you, Jamie. Let's get the highlighter. I might actually get a highlighter palette out. I wish I had more room on this vanity. Okay, we're going to use this Essence Choose Your Glow. So, Major Glow first, this one, and then Candlelit Glow. In fact, no, Major Glow first. I haven't tried this Summer Glow one yet. It's a bit darker, but we'll try it. Hopefully it won't look too bad. No, it doesn't. See, this is one of those palettes that I just don't know whether I want to keep. It's nice. I just don't want to declutter for the sake of decluttering. Oh, I need to get a little bit on the nose. And then blend it all in. I feel like I'm going through this Get Ready With Me so quickly. Right, let's put this highlighter palette back in the drawer. I just want to get my finishing powder out now. It's just the Hourglass, what is this? Ambient Lighting Edit Universe palette. I'm doing really well with panning it, so I always use this at the end when I've got all my base products down. And I just go in with a brush like this. This one's by Zoeva. And I just swirl, really. haven't done my brows. That's why I'm getting through it quicker than I thought. Let's put some Technique Glow Setter Spray on first. It's really nice, this, but it smells so bad. Right, now let's get in to the brows. Let me just put these brushes away. Okay, brows. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm using this. I'm doing really well on this. This is Project Pan as well. Speaking of Project Pan, I need to do a longer form content video of the 24 in 2024 Project Pan, the rolling one. Phoebe, hi. Oh, my hair is getting in my way. It's pissing me off, guys. I feel like it's too dark, but like compared to my natural colour, but I don't really care about it because I do like dark brows, and I just want to finish this shade. There's some people outside shouting, so if you can hear that, please ignore it. Have any of you guys that are watching bought anything new recently? New makeup? I saw Gloss Gods have just come out of a new palette. I can't remember what it's called, but Makeup by Marley, if you guys watch her, she did a look with it, and it's like kind of a bronzy palette, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. But the thing is with it, I could dupe it. I've got so many palettes, especially by Colourpop. I know that I could dupe that, but I can't dupe the formula. And then there's the new Natasha Denona one that's coming out soon. That's a bronzy eyeshadow palette as well. Not bronze like the bronze palette that she brought out, but more golden. And that's a midi, and that looks really nice. But I feel like if I'm going to get any one of Natasha Denona palettes, I mean, I've got quite a lot already, but if I'm going to get one, I feel like I'm going to get that Yucca palette. I've wanted that for a while. But then there's also the Colourpop That's Taupe. What I'm thinking about doing there, I've got Colourpop Going Coconuts, so I've got some magnetic palettes, and I was thinking about buying the That's Taupe, not now, probably when I come off my no-buy, and then putting them together, like creating my own palette. I feel like that would look so pretty. But yeah, I was just thinking about it then, and that's what made me ask if any of you guys bought anything else. I don't feel, in regards to palettes, there's so much to actually go out and buy, just purely because nothing, like for me personally, nothing's kind of got me thinking, oh, that's nice, you need that in your collection. I mean, I did see something in TK Maxx last week. It was by Tarte and an influencer, and it had a blusher and a highlighter in it, and it had like a very warm colour story. Like basically you could do a really nice sunset eye. And again, I just thought to myself, no, I could dupe that palette. Why do I need it with all my eyeshadow collection? And I've got so many eyeshadow palettes as it is. You know, it's kind of like, you don't need it, Andrea. Right, so that's the brows on. And I've actually not bought an eyeshadow palette since November of last year. Since I decided to go on that no buy, I've not actually bought an eyeshadow palette. And I've still not used the ones that I bought. They were from P. Louise. Well, my mum bought me one for Christmas, and I bought one. I'm sure I only bought 2 of P. Louise's eyeshadow palettes. I'm just going to use this W7 Prime View. What? Yeah, Prime View. There's not much left in it. So I'll get however much out of it as I can. Oh, there's a bit there. So yeah, I've definitely done well there, and I've not literally bought a lot. I think I've spent about maybe £15–20 in the last 6 months. So, and that's on stuff that I've needed. I'll be talking about that in an upcoming video to do with my no buy. It'll be like a 6 monthly update. Look how glowy I look here. That's the kind of glow that I like. I don't like to be matte all over. I just need a wipe now. Okay, let's get the palette. Excuse me. This Shop My Stash it's just felt so long. I mean, we're coming up 5 weeks since I shop my stash, and I love that. I used to do it every week, didn't I? I love shopping my stash, so I just want to use this one a couple more times, and then I can do a shop my stash. So, like at the start of the video, which probably, I don't know if any of you would have caught what I was saying, I want to use this bottom row. So basically, I used this second row yesterday in a video, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to jump on yesterday, but I just didn't have time. My mum needed me to go and do something for her. I feel like, yeah, I've definitely used this row here. And I feel like probably tomorrow I'll use this row, probably away from camera. It's fun shopping our stash. We have more than we realise. I kind of know everything that I've got in my collection, Francis, to be honest. Because I shop my stash for so long on a weekly basis, I do actually know what I've got and what I need. Like, I know that I don't have many brow products. They're like 1 in, 1 out. Setting sprays are the same thing. Facial sprays, mascaras. So, I mean, sometimes I'll come across something and I'll be like, oh yeah. Not that I've forgotten about it, but I'll be like, I'll use that this go around. So, let's get into it. Right, so there's only 1 mat on this row here, so we're going to have to pull another mat from somewhere else. So it needs to be quite warm leaning, so I feel like we're going with this one here. I think it's called Nerano. Now, they are foreign names, so I won't get the names right of them. If I can't pronounce them, I'll try and hold the palette as close to the camera so you can see what the name might be. But yeah. I got some new brushes from Home Bargains. They're the Eco Tools ones. You get, I think you get, how many? 2, 3, 4. You get 6 in a pack. The packet was on the bed. So the packet looks like that. You can't see because of the light. Eco Tools Luke's Collection Exquisite Eye Kit. And I'm just testing them out. They are really, really good. You can see I've been using them. The only thing I haven't used is this spoolie, because I want to save it, you know, until I've run out of the other spoolie. But yeah, I want to get another set, I think, of these. I didn't need them, but I do feel like they're really, really nice. They only cost £2.99 as well for 6 brushes. You can't go wrong at that, can you? If you can hear banging from upstairs, it's my shitty neighbour. So going in with that. Oh, you won't be able to see it anyway properly, but that one's Nirano. And I'll come as close as I can. Might have to turn the light off down in a minute. Not off, but down. Oh, Francis, I've not watched any videos of yours yet, but I subscribed the other day. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm looking forward to watching some of your videos. I like finding new content creators. You're very welcome. Right, so this is just kind of like not a beige shade, just, I'm going to turn it down a bit, just a little bit of colour for the like transition area. I'm so hungry. Has everyone had their dinner, well, the tea or not? Because I'm absolutely starving. Right, so I am finding, well, not a lot, but a little bit of fallout here. You can see it there, can't you? Then I'm going to go in with, I think it says Amalfi. Yeah, I told you I'd have trouble. Amalfitana. I think that's it there. So that's like a mustard shade. I'll just use the same brush. I love watching makeup application, do you? Do you have a favourite YouTuber? I like watching Shop My Stashes because you get to see what's inside their collections. I don't like watching those Shop My Stashes though, that they just basically sit there and say, oh, I pulled this out for this month, and I'm like, well, could we not see what's in your drawers? Because that's the best part, I think. I mean, it is awkward though to, you know, like if you've got a tripod, it is awkward to actually be carting your tripod here, there and everywhere, especially if you don't have a big room. Like I don't have a big room. I mean, it's big enough, but it is awkward doing Shop My Stash videos, but I still like doing them. So yeah, that's just a nice like mustard shade, but I feel like I want to make it darker. Like I feel like I want a brown in the outer V. Yeah, from time to time I'll watch Andrea Mitigliano, but only like Shop My Stashes. And I think I only watch Sarah Rose's Shop My Stashes now. I've found a new one in Canada. She's under 100 subscribers. I really like her content. She does Get Ready With Me's every single day. And I just like to chill in the evening and watch her. She's called Tammy. I think it's Tammy Robichaud or something like that. I'm sure her surname is spelled I-O-B-I, then C-H-A-U-D, something like that. Yeah, I really do like her. I mean, she created a channel not to get like monetized or anything like that. She created a channel for her family. Her family lives so far away. She's not seen them in almost 20 years. Like, her family live in Canada as well, but lives quite far away from where she lives. So she created a channel in the hopes that they would watch her content. And I just think that's amazing. So, you know, I don't watch every video she puts out because she puts them out daily, but I watch the majority of them. Yeah, check her out and tell her that I sent you. I need this brush. It's a Morphe one. So this didn't come in the set. That I bought new last week. So let me get my Revolution contour palette. So I'm just going in with this shade here. I feel like shouting up at my neighbour and just saying, will you shut the hell up? But what can you do? During the daytime, they can make as much noise as they want. Well, I'll be making noise after this live. I've got a dehumidifier because my house had a bad leak and that was coming from upstairs. So this is how much of a terrible pain in the neck the neighbour is. It came from upstairs. And so now I have to run this dehumidifier that's costing me a fortune to run. Because of something that isn't my fault. I'm going to try and find out if the housing association will help me, you know, claim at least half of that money back, because it's not my fault. And why should I have to pay for the electricity to run their dehumidifier? Like, when I say there, I mean at the housing association, when, you know, like I say, it's not my fault. Anyway, I'm going on now. I'm going on a tangent. Right, so we've got the W7 Sparkle Slay. If you're after a good glitter glue and you live in the UK, I would always recommend this one. I don't know what the NYX one's like. Everyone raves about that. But I've seen people like use it and then the top came off it. Do you know this part? It's not the top, is it? It's the nozzle. This part came off it, so that's not good. And then there's still like half a product left, so you then have to put it in a pot and it dries up. And I've not had any problems with this one. But I do need to get another one soon. The primer that I used before, I don't need to get, like the normal eyeshadow primer, I don't need to get another one for a while because I've got a couple. But this one, this glitter one, I'll need to get a new one soon. I've just pulled out way too much. That would have done both eyes. That brown eyeliner on. I need to sharpen it though. So this is the Wayne Goss, the Essentials Eye Core Pencil in Precious Opal. Can you see how blunt it is? So let me just quickly sharpen that. Do you know what I like about eyeshadow application? The shimmers. Like, a lot of people can do an all matte look. I can't. I just can't do it. Right, okay, so put this on first. Sorry, I know I'm a bit close. Just want to make sure you can actually see what I'm doing. I like a little shimmer on the lid. You'll see in a minute, I like a lot. I just like big impact. Like if I had a palette and the shimmers in there weren't as pigmented as I would like, I would probably declutter it. You're young, so it looks amazing on you. I'm not young. I'm 46. I've just turned 46 in February. Right, I need a brush to put the shimmer on. It'd be alright if some were clean. Oh, this one is. Right, this one's my Sigma one. Came out of the Sigma Enchanted palette. Oh, we've got a few. Got a few to use. Free. Right, I do want to see what they're like, so I'm going to try and use them all. So we'll start off then. No, we'll start off with Capri at the end. You know, like just here. I honestly thought you were under 40. No. I was born in 78. I was having a conversation with my friend and she said, your skin is amazing. You look like you're in your 30s. And I'm like, thank you, but I'm not. My skin might be looking good, but the rest of me is aging. My legs in particular, they're not good at the moment. My left leg's the worst one. Like, when I say leg, I mean my kneecap. But thank you for your compliments, Francis. I really appreciate it. Right, so then I'm going to just wipe that off. I don't know how this look is going to look. You're a little younger than me. I am 46, but I was born in 1977. Yeah, we was talking about that, wasn't we, Jamie? So we're going to go in... Oh, so I went in with Capri just then. We're going to go in with Grotto now. This kind of yellow gold really suits me. I wore it when I did the live the other day, when I didn't know whether I was going to keep or declutter the Dubious Place. What's the Mini Magic palette it was called. And I got so many compliments on that all over the lid. I think then what I'll do is I'll put that on the rest of the lid there. And then we'll put, I think it's called Satara, just in the inner corner. This look is going to be lovely. Oh, thank you. I thought when I pulled this palette out from my shop, My Stash, I thought it's really autumn. But if you look at it, it's really summer as well. You know, it's not just autumn. Or should I say fall, not autumn. Hi Heather, how are you? Right, so I'm just going to blend it out because I don't really like it here so much, shimmer. I'll just... I'm fabulous, how's the day? It's not going too bad. Nearly, well, it is evening here in the UK. It's nearly 7 p.m. It's 6:45 now. Right, that's nice, but I definitely want it more pigmented, so I'll have to go in with my finger once I've got the mascara on and such. Right, I need to go in with Grotto again on this eye here. I just love that yellow gold though. But I don't know about keeping the Mini Magic palette. I mean, it's got a really nice green in it. It's called something like either Buzzo or Buzo. So it's got a really nice green in it. And I could take the shades out that I want to keep. But I'll be doing another Second Chance Sunday with it this week, I think. The green especially. Okay, so I'm liking that. I love the gold with your hair, looks wonderful. That's what my mum said actually. When I did the other look, the other live on, yeah, it was Sunday. She said that colour looks so beautiful with your eyes and hair colour. I think it was a bit darker than this though. Right, I've not missed anything in the chat, have I? If I miss anything, just say, you've missed something, Andrea. Mommy's always right. Oh, for sure. How did everyone's Mother's Day go anyway? Because it wasn't Mother's Day here on Sunday. Our Mother's Day is in March, and I'm glad it was in March because it was my mum's birthday on Monday. On the 13th, it was her birthday. I'm just going to go in with the 17 Another Level Volume Mascara. And I said to her, I'm glad Mother's Day is in March, Mum, because it would have cost me a bloody fortune if it would have been in May. She cost me a fortune anyway. I bought her all sorts. But she's worth it. She's worth every penny. I don't know when I'm going to do the next live. I've got one coming up on Saturday, a special one, with a special guest if it still goes ahead. I'm not going to say too much about that because anything can come up between now and Saturday. If any of you guys feel like, you know, in the future you want to do a live, just DM me on Instagram. The lives that I tend to do, though, are kind of get ready with me's. So, yeah, that mascara looks nice. I like that. So now is when I go back into the palette and add more. This is what I mean. There's a hair of mine in there. That's gross. I do like to add a little bit more, so I'm going to go back into Grotto just with my ring finger. They are quite chunky. Like, you don't notice that when you put it on with a brush, but that is quite chunky. My son came over, bought me flowers and took me to dinner. That's so nice. My other son and 2 grandsons are coming in the beginning of June. Or do they live somewhere else? Do they not live close by? I'm heading to Niagara Falls next Tuesday and meeting up with a couple of girls I met here on YouTube. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. My best friend is from Australia and I want to go there, but obviously I need a job to be able to go there, and it's gonna cost me thousands to get there from the UK, but it will be worth it. I will get there one day. You know, I've said worst case scenario, I'd like to get there for it when I'm 50. Not actually on my birthday, because I spend that with family, but like around the time that I turn 50. So I've got 4 years in that case then, haven't I? They are about 8 to 10 hours away. Right, I see. Just blending this out now, because like I said, I don't really like shimmer up here, but yeah, it's still shimmery. I just got back from California getting free girls from YouTube and Instagram. It was the best. All my friends on here, like all my friends that I've got in my life, I've met on YouTube. Like, she's not on YouTube anymore, but Panning and Beyond. I always get them mixed up with Phoebe's channel, Palettes, Pals, Perfume and Panning. I always get them mixed up. So yeah, I met Lisa through here. We've just developed this really, really close friendship. I met Naomi, my other friend, through here, and she's just messaged me on Instagram. She was called, what was she called? She doesn't do YouTube anymore either, but we were all makeup channels, and that's how we, you know, got talking to one another. Beauty Dreams by Naomi or something like that. She's not called that anymore. She hasn't got rid of her channel, it's still there, but she's called it something else. But she's not making videos, so it's pointless me telling you about her. But she did the most amazing videos, the most amazing hauls. And then there's other people that don't have channels that have become friends as well. I mean, and I'd like to meet everyone, but I mean, there's just, it's not a possibility to meet everyone that I've met through YouTube. I wish I could though. Sorry, I've been yabbering on, and there's been some conversation going on what I've missed. Not yet, I'm thinking of starting soon. Or what kind of channel do you want to start, Heather? My BFF is from YouTube. I met her in person last year. She came to my son's wedding. Jamie, that's absolutely amazing. Jamie, I've met some amazing people from YouTube. They're the best, aren't they? Francis, they are the best. Some friends that I've had in the UK, I've just not formed a relationship, like a connection, as what I've formed like to people that live thousands and thousands of miles away. You want to do a makeup one? I don't want to influence you either way, but you've got a subscriber in me. If you do actually get round to doing it, you'll have to let me know. Yeah, exactly. If you want to start, I'll help you start, Heather. You can ask us all questions. It's nerve-wracking at first. I remember when I first started my channel, like if you go back to videos like right at the beginning, I am stuttering all over the place. I've got a stutter. It comes from me having epilepsy. I do have a stutter for some reason. Like when I'm on live talking to you guys, I don't have it. But when I'm just talking, when I'm just doing a normal video, like by myself, like it comes out then, and I have to edit my videos down really, really badly. So when I first started, yeah, there was like this bad stutter, and I was very, very nervous, speaking very, very quietly. And as you can see, you know, me as a person, I'm quite a loud speaker. So I don't know, I just feel like at that time of my life I was really, really depressed, and I do still get days when I'm like that. But I wasn't in a good place at that time of my life. And then I came off YouTube for 3.5 years, started my blog, which is still up at the moment. And then decided, I came back, somebody said, oh, I've missed your channel, will you ever go back to do videos? So I did, and I've not looked back, because that's when I kind of met all my friends. So yeah, I do recommend it. Thank you, Jamie. I love the makeup space. Everyone has been good to me. We are a good bunch, aren't we? Non-judging girls that have similar taste. Yay, thank you. Your channel is a bit of everything, Francis. Yeah, like I said, I still need to go and check it out. I did look when I subscribed, but I've just been so busy with it being my mum's birthday and needing to do stuff for her. Yeah, I think that looks good. Did I put that grotto on the other eye? I don't think I did I? I may have done. I think that's... I don't think we want to keep applying it. Right, now it's lipstick and then we're done. Like I said, I have got a few more eyeshadows to do, but it's just this top row, I think. I don't think I'll do that in a video. I think I'll do that tomorrow, and then I can put all the eyeshadow palettes I've used this go around and then work on doing kind of reviews on them all. Okay, I don't know if I was going to put that on, but I don't know if I want to. It would go really nicely. Yeah, I'm going to have to. It's part of my lip service project pan. So this one is in the shade Wicked. We're friends now, Francis. I am subscribed to you. Oh, that's nice, Jamie. Yeah, if you've not subscribed to Francis, please go and subscribe to her. The only problem is they need building up, these lipsticks, but they do stay on really well. I've already got some lipstick on my tooth. Thank you so much, Jamie. I'm excited to meet you there. You look beautiful. You need to go out in the town tonight, LOL, or at least to the pub. Look. The thing is, I've got no one to go out with. All my friends are married off and they live elsewhere now. Like my friends that live in the UK. All my other friends live too far away. So it's a case of, I'll just make something to eat. Oh, I've got a can of like Copperberg gin at my mum's. I might have that tonight. So that's kind of like going out. But yeah, I mean, I do this just for you guys to see what looks I come up with. I'm not too bothered about going to the pub and meeting a special someone. In fact, I don't even feel like I'm ready for that special someone. I look after my mum quite a lot. And then I've got my YouTube channel to look after and make sure videos go up. But I feel like unless it's Shop My Stash or Project Pan videos, they're just going to be in lives. It doesn't take as long. Like, I know I've been on here 70 minutes now, but I don't have to edit it. So it's not like taking as long, is it? What's the channel name? For Francis, it's Happiness Sparkles, isn't it? It's the same name, isn't it, Francis? Phoebe was just asking. So I'm liking it. I do, like I said though, I do like that yellow gold on my eyes though. And the lipstick's not too bad. I just don't like how it gets on my teeth. So I'm going to have to sort that out now. And I'm going to go and make something to eat because I am famished. Thank you all for joining me. If you've not liked, would you mind just liking the video? Gets my channel out there. And like I said, I don't know when the next live's going to be. May do one on Wednesday or Thursday, but I know definitely Saturday I'm going to do one, and Second Chance Sunday is always going to be on until I've used all the palettes that I'm not too sure about whether to keep or declutter. At the moment there's a lot, so yeah, there's always going to be that Second Chance Sunday. And again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all again soon, hopefully. Bye guys.